everybody, Justin Worden, you're watching What's New in Electronics. We have a live panel here on the floor of IPC Apex 2025, and we're digging into AOI. So the first question, gentlemen, components are getting smaller, they're getting way more compact. How is AOI dealing with that and helping that critical issue?
My name is Brian D'Amico, I'm the president of MIRTEC. You're absolutely correct. The whole reason for AOI is because components are getting very small and it's just beyond human capability to inspect them. So we actually address that, of course, with high resolution lenses, and we're talking about very small devices like 01005s, 03015s, very small devices. Without that, without the high accuracy lenses and the proper lighting, you're not going to be able to see these. And certainly if you're looking at those with the human eye, you're going to miss defects. And there's no way that I could possibly do that day in, day out. Looking at those devices takes a special person. But by having a machine that does that, we're talking about reliably doing that repeatedly, day in, day out on the boards, and that's how you guarantee that you're getting quality out of your manufacturing environment.
Hello, my name is Juan Arango. I'm head of sales for Parmi, USA. We all encounter the same thing, and it's really a fact that we have to be able to provide solutions that customers can use for the high density, and Parmi has a unique way because all inspections use the Morier technology, but Parmi uses laser. And it's a proprietary system that can do 20,000 frames per second, and it is able to crunch the data in a way that we're able to get very reliable in the very small components. And just like Brian said, if we can't provide those solutions to the customers, manufacturing is going to be producing a lot of bad boards because today's pick and place can produce at a very high rate. So it's up to the inspection companies to be able to control the quality, and that's the only way we're going to get that business back into the US.
Very good.
Okay. Hello everybody, I am Byung from Saki Corporation. I am marketing manager in Saki Corporation. To talking about the AOI, 3D AOI for the components, smallest components, we had released model, EX model. It can upgrade camera head. After customer purchase our machine, actually the AOI's most important thing is camera, lens, and lighting, and so on. So we provide customer can upgrade after they purchase our machine. So I believe that camera upgrade is one of the way to make an upgrade our 3D AOI machine, and then it should contribute customers, accept right, quality right. Yeah.
Very good. You guys all addressed that very well. One common thing that I heard all of you talk about is obviously the defects. Now, catching the defects is important, but the reality is there is always going to be missed defects. And in addition to that, false calls is also a major issue that we're always combating. How are each of your companies leveraging AI and 3D imaging to actually address those issues?
From me? From me?
Yeah,
okay.
You go first.
Yeah.
Now that I know you're the marketing guy, we might as well make you go first.
So we have two solutions with the AI. One is AI algorithm. Maybe every company think almost the same way. So we have AI-based OCR. Actually, many pulse code from OCR. I mean, on the component, there is a letter, a polarity, and for human eye, it is very easy. But for machine itself, it is very difficult. So we using one for AI for AI OCR. And one more thing is judgment. So there's every day there's many false code, and then operators have to judge everything. But with the AI assist, we can reduce almost 50 to 7% of false code, and then reduce workload of operator with this. Thank you.
All right. Well, okay. Now we know he's a marketing guy, man. He hit all those buzzwords. Juan, are you going to be able to follow that up?
I hope so. So Parmi does it a little different, but he's right. The biggest false calls come on the 2D portion, the OCR and OCV, and the issue with that, where Parmi has quite a bit of strength, is the fact that Parmi can go much taller. The Morier system kind of limits you around 5 millimeter, but Parmi can go up to 40. So we can see a tall cap and see the letters clearly, but the AI engine is able to reduce the false calls because it can also crunch behind the scenes SPC data and then change the tolerances. And then obviously you don't want false calls, but you prefer false calls over an escape. So by doing that, then they kind of tweak the parameters to either open it or close it, so to minimize false calls, but to have no escapes. That's the key there.
All right, Brian, bring it home.
Cool. Well, I guess a lot of customers come in and start talking about AI, and it's our job to explain what AI really is. And I like to put it into perspective so people have a clear understanding. You know, when you get those things that say, are you a robot? And you pick out the crosswalks, and there's a little smidgen of a crosswalk and a big crosswalk and a small one, and then there's a set of stairs, you're like, no, it's not a crosswalk. Pick out the buses, pick out the bicycles, and you're selecting those. What you're really doing is you're building an AI engine using deep learning for the transportation industry. That's what you're doing. They're mining your knowledge to do that. AI is the same way here. We're talking about machine learning. So AI, people think of robots making boards for you. No. All we're really doing here is collecting information, collecting images. So when you're dealing with OCR, we've got an AI database of OCR. So you want to be able to determine if a letter is perhaps broken in some way, it's missing on the edge. You want a best guess, really, and it just gets more and more confidence the more images that you go through to determine what the letters are, right? What the OCR is. What Juan was saying as well is very important. You have to be able to raise up the head and lower the head in order to focus properly on tall devices to pick up that nomenclature. And then when you're talking about like doing Repair Plus or whatever, when you're collecting defect information, the AI engine will store good images and store defect images and basically build up the confidence level so that the machine is actually helping through machine learning to determine what is good and what is bad. So AI really is just dealing with large amounts of data to make the manufacturing or the inspection process more and more confidence. That's basically it.
Now, moving on to the next question. The Industry 4.0 movement started kind of a craze. People want data, they want it real time. Actually, they want it before it even exists, let's be honest. They don't even want to wait for the data to come in real time. So we're going to start with Parmi, we'll go to MIRTEC, and then we'll finish with you on this question. How are your companies leveraging real-time data analytics to help your customers and the manufacturers kind of predict and move forward with the inspection?
So at Parmi, one of the things that we're doing with AI and the way we've broken it out, and he's got a great point, we have to define it, because AI is the engine, but what do you use it for? So at Parmi, the first phase is auto-programming. The second phase is debugging. The third phase is tuning. So in the auto-programming, we've been able to collect enough data where yesterday we had 4 different companies bring a board, we'd never seen it before, ran it through our auto-programming, and in 3 to 5 minutes, they had a board completely programmed and ready to inspect. So that's something that's been very powerful. And I'm new to Parmi because I started in July. In all my previous lives, whether it was pick and place or inspection, I would never allow a customer to bring a board. And when Parmi started doing that, I was shaking. And it's been very successful.
All right, on to MIRTEC.
All right, so bottom line is, you're right. People want to use data to make their process as quick as possible, right? So auto-programming, exactly. Repair, exactly. I mean, I echo exactly what Juan just said there. The more data that you have, the better you can do as an inspection company to help out your customers, right? So collecting defect data, once again, building in that confidence for inspection, using Gerber information to create programs very quickly. So auto-programming is the combination of Gerber, an AI engine, and then basically the machine itself being programmed automatically. You want to make that as quick and easy as possible because people are actually looking, when you program a board, people are wanting that board to be programmed in like 15 minutes. That's amazing. Sometimes you could do it. If it's a complex board, it's going to take a little bit longer, but really that comes down to having the correct data to start with. And we can approach that, and it's just getting faster and faster over time. As these machines get more and more technologically advanced, it's amazing how, when I used to program boards years ago, it was like 7-8 hours to program a board. Now it's done to like a half hour or less. It's amazing.
Saki?
Okay, so actually data analytics is a process should be the data collecting, I believe. So Saki Corporation has SPI, AOI, and X-ray machine. So we can combine all data all together and then we can find out what's going on in this production line, and then as for output, we want to predict. So what will happen in next time? So we want to output what's going on and what will be going on. And then with this, we want to contribute the customer's production ability, and then reduce workload. And then also we want to, as you say, we want to use AI, finally use AI on this data analysis. And then it will make everything is gonna be autonomous, not automated, autonomous. So that is our goal, to make autonomous line for customer line.
I'm going off script here, so I hope no one yells at me. But
Look out.
I have a question that, I get to sit up here and I've talked with all the companies on the AI side, the AI providers, the data analysts. The question I ask is, all these customers want all this data. They want it all, as we just explained. Do you think they're actually using it to its full advantage, or is that data just kind of sitting there if they need it? Anyone want to address that?
I'll address it. I do believe that the data is available, but not everybody uses it. And that's one of the things that I differentiate from a wannabe and a power user. And in our world, we want to work with the power user, because the power user is going to use the data and get something out of it. If he's just using an AOI for checking the box, walk away, because he doesn't care about the data. And we find that people that are power users and use the data, they're the ones that really can get the process nailed down, as best as possible.
Okay, if you walk away from any IOI sales, would you please just let them know about me? Because I'll take any.
I'll send them your way. How's that?
I completely agree, really. We do, we all have, have SPI, AOI, and all that information. Some people do capitalize on that, and some customers do not. And it really depends upon, what their inclinations are, right? But I completely agree there. The data's there, and you kind of want to stress to the customers there, let's start using it. But I see that most people are a little bit nervous, a little apprehensive about that.
Yeah.
And you got to overcome that and show them what the benefits are and make them feel comfortable. It comes with training, et cetera, and kind of holding the customer's hand, not in a condescending way, but holding the customer's hand, showing them what the equipment can really do for them if they do use all of the different things that the machines can provide, right? But some people are apprehensive about that.
You have anything to add to that?
Okay, so as you say, there's two type of customer. They are saving data they don't know why. But some customer think it is very important, especially database should be text and images. And that kind of customer think that is very important is they are saving images, because they are thinking that images in the future they can use for maybe deep learning. So saving the data takes a long time. So that kind of a customer want to save the many images with a long time, and they think they want to use it in the future. That is what I think.
Sounds like you're describing my phone and all the pictures I have of my kids. Like 40 pictures of the exact same spoon of breakfast. But let's go ahead and bring this home. If you're talking to a customer that is looking to upgrade their inspection, what is one piece of advice you would give them?
Buy MIRTEC. Next. What are you going to say, Juan?
Buy MIRTEC if you don't care about the data.
That was just not right. Okay, that's it.
No, we shook hands before we got up there.
The key there is to find something that is easy to use and it can provide a reliable data and results. Because you don't want to buy something that you become a slave to use it. In today's market, especially ours, we're more of the high mix, low volume. So if your lot sizes are 5 or 10 and it takes you 10 minutes to run, but it takes you a day to program, you think they're going to program it? Probably not. Sure. So that's one of the challenges that we all have, being able to shorten the time to program, because then they'll use it.
All right, let's hear the marketing spin, Mr. Saki.
Okay, so actually Saki Corporation is a Japanese company. So usually, as a Japanese company, we believe hardware system is first step. So with the steerable hardware, we can make good images. So talking about AI, maybe last year you said garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
So first thing is hardware with the steerable hardware, we wanna create really good images. Based on that, we wanna go step by step for in the future. That's so what I want to do.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I personally want to thank each and every one of you for joining us on the first panel. We stumbled through it a little bit, but I think we got the message across. So before we sign off, why don't you guys just go ahead and introduce your name and your company one more time.
All right, sir. Brian D'Amico, and I'm president of MIRTEC, and thank you for having us. It's actually cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Juan Arango, head of sales for Parmi USA. Thank you very much for having us.
Min from Saki Corporation, marketing manager. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all for watching our panel on AOI here on What's New in Electronics. We're going to turn the cameras off, we're going to put the boxing gloves on, and we're going to find out who actually builds the best AOI machine.
Oh, that one's easy.